Coast to coast with like 7 seconds to go. Coast to coast.
When he was back with Columbus, it had the issue of great year, horrible year. Great year, horrible year.
He might have one of those families that are like, well, you're not going to make it as a skater, so like make it as a fighter.
I would think it was the coach said that any player could be healthy scratch at this point.
I got nachos, and instead of getting nachos like cheese and salsa, I just wanted 2 cheeses. And they said that was an upcharge now. So I'm mad.
You can't stop me now. Try and stop me how? Try to break up my old band with everything that I've done.
A couple teams have clinched their playoff positions, and the Elimination E claimed its first victim.
Oh no! It's
Alex Ferk with Marek Robinson.
Hello.
And Casey Freeman.
Hello.
Yeah, so we have some more NHL executive bashing to do.
It's my favorite. That's my favorite hobby.
Marek,
Hello.
why'd you come in 10 seconds before the show started?
I was doing work for Dave's presentation.
For once.
Relax. No.
Okay, wait. Can I ask Marek? You were at my. Did you pay attention to my presentation on Wednesday?
A little bit.
Did I do horrible up there?
No, yours was actually the easiest to remember.
Yeah, it is easy to remember, but I just felt like I literally flopped in front of everybody. But you didn't notice?
No.
Okay, cool.
We have
The vibe I got was this. That's what ours is going to be similar to.
we have no Phil Tremblay today,
He
but
is listening.
we did get confirmation that he is in fact listening. So
It's probably a good thing. He was sending me videos of his voice yesterday.
not good.
It's worse than it was the other show. Like it is bad.
So I definitely shouldn't send him the phone number to call in.
Yes.
Oh, no, you
Oh my
definitely
God,
should.
no, I
You
want him to call
definitely should.
in.
That'd be so fun.
But on this show, we have to talk about Gary Bettman at the GM meetings. George Perro stands behind his Austin Matthews, Radko Gudas suspension. We're going to talk on the AJ Greer suspension while we talk about the Flames a little bit, and then we're going to get into the last regular season game of the Hitmen before they start on their playoff journey this coming Friday against Brandon. But first, how is everyone in the opposite room doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm enjoying seeing the rookies getting signed. I won't lie. That's been really cool to look at.
And that's
recently.
because they're done with their college?
I think so.
Yeah.
Some of them, like, obviously you get the obvious ones, but it was nice seeing kind of like the teams just be like, yeah, we like that guy. We'll sign him again. Make sure, like, just kind of clean up house, which is kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's also something that's like newsworthy because the trade deadline becomes you can only speculate now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the playoffs are going to be nuts. I think the path to the playoffs, especially on the eastern side, is nuts.
Let's start there.
Eastern side?
No, let's start with the playoffs in general, and we're going to jump right into a Gary Bettman presser question. And I find it incredibly surprising as to how money hungry these people are, that Gary Bettman doesn't have a sponsorship with Charmin, because the amount of crap that he was spewing into a microphone and on top of press people is befouling.
Fair. But
Unbelievable.
I still think you can. I don't even think he's the greediest owner out of the big four.
No, but
which is like, it's kind of incredible because he is not. He's very greedy. Like I'm not. But out of the four, he's like.
Have you guys seen the animated Lilo and Stitch recently?
I've
seen it.
So there's a scene where Lilo and her sister's love interest, David are building a sandcastle on the beach. And the sandcastle looks all nice and pretty and stuff. And then Stitch is just further up the beach, just kind of buried himself in sand and then sticks a leaf on top of the pile that he made and then puts his hands up.
Is that what you're...
That to me is Gary Bettman watching the NFL and MLB become genuine, like, serious leagues. And then Gary Bettman just puts a leaf on his little sand pile and then celebrates over his garbage league.
Have you watched Lilo and Stitch recently?
Not like this calendar year, yes.
Yeah,
but like probably in January. Why?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
That reference is so specific.
I know.
Like, have you guys seen it recently? Yeah, maybe like 8 years ago. Like, I I haven't really sat down and gone, Lilo and Stitch, that's
is-
what I'm
that's a
watching.
good
My wife and I were
watch.
big into Disney stuff, so
No, it's a good watch.
It's just
Makes me cry. As an adult watching these movies, I like cry at everything.
Speaking of, we also my wife and I also went to watch
wife.
Hoppers.
Oh yeah, okay. Was it good?
Good. It was really
Yeah.
cute. Yeah, I really liked it.
That's been like the kind of the theme with that film as well. It's just kind of like, it wasn't. It's not like top tier.
No.
but it's not bad.
Talk about a movie that, like, their marketing department, A+.
Even
Like, they were all over socials for months here.
lizard,
Which I think
lizard.
they need that for Disney movies lately because I feel like so many come out and you barely hear about them and they're like on Disney
Yeah.
Plus within a month.
I didn't hear a
kind of
word about Leo.
thing. Yes, yeah, exactly.
Well, the
That's
only
what I'm
ones they
thinking of.
care to promote are like as an example, Moana 2 or Moana, if this would be a thing.
The
which-
live action.
Yeah,
Moana.
Moana live action, which will probably be a thing in the next couple of years.
It is. I just
It's a thing
saw.
currently. Like,
I just saw a picture of Dwayne Johnson.
I want to
it
make
looks horrible.
I want to
Kinda hated
make
it.
fun of it. I'm gonna that one. I will take the time to watch.
Live
'cause-
action one?
Yeah, I just like Moana in general.
Yeah.
I don't know. You kind of got lucky in some regard. Like The Rock being Maui, he kind of like. He's pretty like I'm not saying he's going to be the most accurate, but it's not the worst.
He looks like
I might
too old
not.
right now.
I
in
might
that
not
photo
watch
I
it.
saw, he looks too old to be Maui. But
Like, I don't think I've watched that many Disney live action remakes, and
I watched Lilo and Stitch. I
watched
I
the
didn't because I
Lion-
heard they changed the ending.
That's just to get. Sometimes I just find it an excuse to go to the theater, though.
So that's fair. I watched The Lion King when that one came out because that was like the
That
first
one was
time.
really good. Yeah.
That was the first live action they ever did. So that was like the big whoa.
It was yeah.
and then like halfway through the film, I'm just like, yeah, like real lions. How did I not realize that this is the same story?
Oh yeah.
part of me was like, maybe they'll do something new. And I'm
No,
watching, I'm
it's
like,
just-
no, it's a great film.
It's the same story, but the graphics are better.
yeah.
Hey, people remake Pokemon games all the time.
They do.
So
We should get to some
Okay,
hockey
wait. Sorry,
talk,
I
though.
just Cheaper by the Dozen. Have you guys watched that lately?
No.
Both of them, such good movies. Those movies make me cry, especially just as an adult with children. It makes me cry every time.
that film's
Sorry.
older than I am, by the way.
I just had to say that. Yeah, it came out in 2003. I just had to say it.
So the Bettman press conference.
Batman.
He said a lot of garbage, and I'm only going to highlight a portion of it.
Golden. Can we call it golden garbage?
No,
What? Is that
because
good
gold is
garbage?
worth something.
Yeah, fair. But like,
Golden garbage.
okay, it's redundant because I also say garbage right after. But it's a
It's an oxymoron.
So
big word.
Gary Bettman was asked about the complaints about the current playoff format,
Complaints? No.
and he said he's more than comfortable with the current setup. To quote him directly, "This is the part that gave me a twinge in the 'I want to kill you' part of my brain. It gives us
He's joking. He's joking.
it gives us a sensational first round.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Gives a crap about the first round.
It also gives a death first round. They're
Well-
dying out there.
It's just I think I know what series you're referring to. Like is it the Western side? Are you looking at that?
I'm not referring to anything.
Oh, okay. Because I was just gonna add to your point. Like, if you look at top of the league, it's three teams. It's Colorado, Dallas, and top five has Colorado, Dallas, Minnesota.
Yeah.
Right. There's the odds of a Dallas, Minnesota, or a Colorado, Minnesota first round, about 99%.
Yep.
So you're telling me, like, we're gonna lose a top five team?
In the first week.
Yeah, and that's kind of bogus. I won't lie.
Also-
That one's a bit.
There's also one, if I can pull up the standings real quick here,
I have
also
them
in
up
the
too.
West.
Oh, the whole division.
Yeah, basically the whole conference in general. So earlier this week, the Ducks and the Mammoth I think the Ducks were lower than the Mammoth were.
Mm-hmm.
The Ducks currently sit at 82 points, the Mammoth sit at 80. And my problem with that is you have a wild card team that is doing better than the Pacific
Division.
first seed
No, well, almost.
and is going to start on the road.
Or I just thought this one. You throw the Toronto Maple Leafs in the Western Conference, they are in the playoff race.
Yeah.
They would
Yeah, I
be
think it's
tied for
always like
they would be
that.
tied for fourth.
They're 4 points back.
Yeah, I also read somewhere that if you take the 10 best or take top 10 Eastern teams, they would all be first in the Pacific. Which is but again, unfortunately, that's just how it works sometimes. In football, it's very apparent when you see teams that are like the playoffs teams will be like a 9-8 team hosting a 10-7 team, for example, but because they won their division, they get to host the game. So I just wish we would go back to the good old playoff schedule.
So Gary Bettman is 73 years old currently.
What? Guys,
You know what?
so
I'm
close
gonna
to me.
say good for Bettman. He does not look
Yeah,
73.
he
No, he
doesn't.
doesn't. Like,
I actually what is that ages of the owners? Like, is he older than all the other ones?
he's probably on par with some of them.
You can keep talking. I'll
Okay.
just figure this out after.
I cannot wait for the day where he decides to retire, and then we can actually have some sense in this league. Because with a 1-8 seeding, this is where everyone's coming back to. With a 1-8 seeding, it would currently you would have Colorado against Nashville. You'd have Dallas, Edmonton. You'd have Minnesota, Vegas, and you'd have Anaheim, Utah.
Anaheim, Utah, low key.
Yeah,
That could be a
sounds
6
fun.
series.
Yeah, I mean that's the only series that stays the same.
That'd be sick and cool and sick.
Okay. So Adam Silver 63 NBA.
Oh, okay. You said leader. You said the owners.
Sorry, yeah, I didn't mean. I meant
see what you
mean.
commissioners. So
I kind of understand.
Adam Silver NBA is the youngest, and then it goes.
Roger Goodell's probably younger than Bettman.
No, Roger Goodell is 67 years old. He was born in 1959. Rob Manfred, who's the commissioner for the MLB. He's also 67, but he was born in 58. So Goodell's birthday's in February. That guy's birthday's born in
Yes.
September.
Yeah.
And then
Virgo.
Gary Bettman's 73.
So he's much older.
So I wouldn't. Well, maybe not much older, but there's a decent gap.
Yeah. Like no one else is
What about
above
the CFL
67 and
commissioner?
he's pushing mid 70s.
You forgot one of the major leagues.
I said the 4 major sports, and
CFL.
that's
I think they just switched their commissioner.
Didn't they just replace their commissioner and he's like 40?
Yeah, I think he is like pretty
he's
young.
54.
Oh, okay.
My dad is
pretty young.
my dad is 2 years older than him because he was born in 71. My dad not.
How old's Papa Freeman?
65.
He's on par with
How old's your
Adam
dad?
Silver. God.
What year was your dad born?
Great question.
What?
I don't memorize. That's not how I memorize, see how old my dad is.
Fair.
'Cause-
My dad was born in the summer of 69. So that's
Okay, that makes sense. My grandpa's 30 years older than my dad, and my dad's 30 years older than my brother.
Okay, so how old's your bro?
So he's 33 years older than me, so that makes my dad.
I thought you said 3 years older than your brother. I was like, whoa, what? He had your.
30 years older than my brother, and my brother's 3 years older than myself.
Oh,
So that means I'm 26. That means he is
Phil, this must be riveting content. to listen
59.
to.
That doesn't make sense.
Dad's birthday is on April
whatever.
1st. Next week.
I don't know.
It's a lie. April Fool's Day.
I hate
Actually,
that
it's April 2nd. I fucking lied.
I hate that this league's being held hostage by.
One.
I know. I caught that.
I'm only calling it out because it's Casey.
I hate that this league's being held hostage by
By this
someone
old man.
who actively doesn't watch or care about the sport that he's a commissioner over.
Yeah, but
How
at
do
the
you
same
even get
time,
this job?
Like in an attempt to grow this,
yeah, but at the same
I-
time, have you seen the state of the NBA?
I'm not intending to diminish the good that Gary Bettman has done. Because when he came in, he changed a lot of stuff and he really helped out. My problem now is similar to the George Peros discussion from last week. You've overstayed your welcome.
I guess, but I am have you seen the state of the NBA?
Oh yeah.
It is significantly worse than the NHL. They have
Yeah.
they have the NHL figured out the tanking problem. They fixed that to an extent. NBA has a tanking problem. NBA has a regular season kind of like viewers problem.
Yep.
NHL's got no problem with that. We literally in the span of a month said game of the year twice. Tampa Boston.
I know what you're talking about.
So while yes, and also all general or commissioners, they're not the best, whatever. But I still think at times Gary Bettman isn't the worst.
No, and I'm not trying to allege that he's the worst. I'm just saying for a league that is the fourth of the big four, you're not doing this right.
Mm-hmm.
And this goes all the way down from him to like the playoff format to as we've seen again for the second time in 2 weeks, player safety. Last week I talked about how there's this potential crisis of like how there was a goalie interference crisis and then there's a salary cap crisis and now we're into the player safety crisis. It is now player safety and goalie interference again.
Thank you.
Yep.
Because the Penguins have been getting ripped on goalie interference. I will go.
Not just the Penguins.
Trust, dude. It's getting the worst one this weekend is Morgan Barron, I believe is his name on the Winnipeg Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Blindsides Erik Karlsson into Sheeloff. And then the puck goes in. Guess what happens in the Columbus and Islanders game?
Mm-hmm.
The exact same thing. But guess what? The goal's disallowed.
Mm-hmm.
And Pittsburgh, the goal for the Jets, counted.
Yeah.
And then there's a screenshot of Mantha's foot next to Shesterkin's, and that was called no goal.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting to the point. Like, did you see the Pittsburgh media, what they did? Or they gave out.
Didn't they print out and
highlighted it?
Goaltender interference rule or something?
Yeah. And highlight. Alex, they are 0 for 9 on challenges for goaltender interference. That's like, and I get the jokes like, oh, goaltender interference is 50. It's not. Apparently not. Because, and then the other stat, I believe they're 4-1 on offside, or they're 3-0 on offside calls. And I believe they're 4-1 roughly around there in high sticking or like that kind of calls, right?
Yeah.
So you can't just be like, oh, maybe their video team's bad. Because they made 2 challenges in the Winnipeg Jets game, and they got one of them.
Yep.
But that's always, like, I remember Connor Hellebuck literally saying, what is goaltender interference?
Mm-hmm.
He's the goalie.
That was like, yeah, he said like in 2019 he has to start diving more. Because that was a game against the Vegas Golden Knights where I think it was Ryan, or James Neal. James Neal literally like 2-hand slashed him across the chest, low chin area, breaking his stick, and the goal stood.
It does, like, I genuinely do not understand what they, like, that I'm more frustrated with at times because that screws over so many things, especially when in back-to-back days, it's the same play, 2 different teams, and it's a different outcome.
Yep.
How can that, how?
The NHL is literally regressing. And also talking about expansion. Are you kidding?
I still think we're a few years out from getting a new team, though.
I'm willing to bet. Sorry, Casey, go ahead.
Gary Bettman has given us 2 new teams in like 10, 11 years. So like that's pretty impressive, I think. And they're both thriving.
I was going to say, one of them literally has won a cup.
Yeah.
And almost won a cup its first year of just being alive.
And I'm just thinking about like fan base and stuff too. Like they're sold out and everything too, I feel. So I feel like that's pretty impressive to like, that's a notch on his resume, but I don't know. I don't think they change commissioners very often.
No.
They want to stay with the old.
Bettman is also like, he just signed a contract like a couple years ago, didn't he?
Yeah, but it was a pretty short-term contract.
Because I think he has been asked about retirement.
Yeah, and he said he's in no rush to.
Yeah.
When is Bettman's contract?
And I'm not okay. He doesn't necessarily have to retire. He can. I imagine since he's been with the NHL for so long, he's going to stay in the NHL as an advisor,
like a
consultant or whatever. The commissioner job can no longer be his because he's damaging the sport now.
Mm-hmm.
It has gotten to a point where, and we're going to touch on this when we talk about the Greer-Zari suspension. You are not caring for your players correctly, and this also leaves Gary Bettman, goes past George Peros, and goes right up to new NHLPA commissioner, I think the name is, Marty Walsh.
Can we also talk about how weird that just like the Olympic team gets announced and then a bunch of the Olympic players get hurt. There's like Malkin gets a suspension, then right away there's another suspension, then right away there's another. Isn't that just like it just becomes a very strange pattern where like if it happens once, it's or like goalie fights. You don't get one for 10 years or whatever, and then you get two in 3 months. Is that not a bit awkward or kind of funny at times?
Yeah, it's kind of it's an odd.
Don't stop the goalie fights.
I think it's also just an odd season because it's so condensed. Which is
it's also so competitive.
It's an odd season in multiple facets. You have like the Sabres and Wings making the playoffs.
You have Pittsburgh second in the Metro.
Yeah.
You have
New York bad.
You have Florida most likely missing the playoffs after going to 3 straight Cup finals.
I made this joke. I think I made this joke last season. You have probably your best argument for a 1 through 16 playoff bracket. Rather than 2 1 through 8s, just a full 1 through 16 because the Pacific is so buns.
It'd be if we were to do that, like there's actually some good series like Colorado versus Utah is 1 to 16. That's a good series.
Yeah.
There's a Pittsburgh Boston one. That won't be cool.
And
if you were to do it like
obviously
that
with 1 to 16 you run into like East and West Conference problems already, but this if you're one of the 4 people that's genuinely arguing for something like that, this is probably the best year to argue it. It's not going to happen. I wish you'd stop arguing for it, but on its face, it seems kind of fun. But it's for Gary Bettman for a while now. It's gotten to a point where I don't know why he's on my screen anymore. Like I remember he's booed every year at the draft, and it's always
finals.
The funniest thing.
And the Cup finals.
Because there is no man currently more deserving of it in the NHL currently.
Dude, it's literally a tradition to boo Gary Bettman when he walks out to talk about the Cup, and then you start cheering after.
Mm-hmm. I've just recently got into F1, and like at their big event where they show all their cars for the year and everything, their commissioner goes out and also gets booed. So I think it's just a normal thing.
It's a commissioner thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Roger Goodell gets booed, and Adam Silver is like, the NBA is in the mud. I keep making that point. Like, I get the NHL is bad, but the NBA is so much worse. Like, imagine having to make a rule so that if your star players don't sit out. Like, could you imagine going to a game? We'll say it's 2016. We got prime Malkin, prime Crosby, prime Ovi. You got that rivalry like right at its peak, right? You go to a game, regular season, but it's still super important. Crosby and Ovechkin are sitting out. Why? Oh, they're hurt. They're not hurt. That's the NBA's problem right now. And that's one thing I will say. I may not like a lot of things Bettman does. He can maintain a lead decently well sometimes.
Yeah, and again, like I'm not. It goes back to something I said last week. The NHL commissioner job, or any commissioner job for that matter, you are made to be hated. You are the dartboard for every owner in the league. And however, along with that, you have a vested interest in making this a good product. And when you favor AJ Greer or Radko Gudas over the health of Austin Matthews and Connor Zary, how many AJ Greer jerseys do you think there are?
A lot.
How many Radko Gudas jerseys do you think there are?
Unfortunately, a lot.
Less or more than Matthews and Zary?
Less than Matthews, I would think.
Maybe not Zary, but definitely less than Matthews.
If we're putting the two players who got suspended against the 2 players who got hit, which pairing has more jerseys sold?
The injured ones.
And yet we have a 5 and 3 game suspension because George Peros is afraid to have a suspension be appealed.
You're not making that argument for the Malkin Dahlin one? two elite players, one like you're not gonna make that one? No? Okay.
I mean, Dahlin played the next day.
Yeah, true. I know you're kind of moving on. I did search up some of the big things Bettman has done for the NHL.
Yeah. Go. I've been bashing him a lot. Go ahead.
Like like financial growth and parity with teams. So yes, with the cap going up. Like Casey said earlier, league expansion, which has been good for the NHL. Enhancing the game at times. So like bringing the Winter Classic back, the Stadium Series, those kind of things. We brought the shootout. Nah. And 3-on-3 overtime. 3-on-3 overtime. It's not bad.
It's good in
Shootout.
the season.
As a Penguins fan, shootout, go away.
Yeah.
Even though we did win. Some.
Not hockey.
Also, quick tangent with that. So Winnipeg played Saturday, Sunday, right? They went into a shootout both times. The time against Pittsburgh, they sent out Jonathan Toews and it was
Gus Nyquist?
and Nyquist, right? Yeah. The next shootout against the Rangers, Scheifele, Connor. Dog.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's just because Pittsburgh was 1-10 in the shootouts. Now we're 2-10. But like, if you're trying to win, like, throw them out there. They say he saved Canadian franchises. Well, I don't really know about that one. He's done some positive things, to be fair. Like, I don't know. The Winter Classic is one of the coolest things the NHL's ever done, and Bettman was the reason that came back. So fair enough.
Again, like I'm not trying to.
I know. Yeah.
I'm not trying to diminish what he's done. I'm just saying we need someone else now.
It's like it's a hockey quote. Leave the hockey before the hockey leaves you. Like if you're a player.
Who said that?
I don't know. I actually think I heard it off Ted Lasso, but it wasn't hockey related.
Okay, you're paraphrasing.
But it was just like
have
leave
your
football
own...
before football leaves you.
Yeah.
That's just also like a common phrase. So like retire, like maybe like, oh, you're kind of declining, but you want to keep your legacy. You retire a bit like that. Some like on those lines.
Let's. Any closing thoughts on the Bettman discussion before we move on to George Peros and the Greers suspension?
Please somehow bring 1-8 back.
Casey Freeman.
No.
Cool.
Did she answer as Bettman? Because that felt like it was the answer I was supposed to get.
That felt like the correct level of apathy.
Please, no.
George Peros handed down another suspension from the Panthers Flames game. I'm going to refer to the press conference he gave when he was down in Florida for the GM meetings here a lot.
I do want to make one quick note of the reffing, though, for that game. They called that very well because they ended up giving Calgary
a 7-minute power play.
Yes, but they deserved. But what they did is because he got hooked and then shoved. Mm-hmm. But I'm glad they also called the hook. Mm-hmm. And because usually that part's ignored. But yeah, you go on. I just wanted to make that note because reffing's reffing, whatever. But you gotta highlight it sometimes.
Quoting an article by Kyle Cushman on The Score. George Peros, head of NHL's player Department of Player Safety, didn't back down from the 5-game suspension given to Anaheim Ducks captain Radko Gudas for kneeing Maple Leaf star Austin Matthews. I feel confident in this decision. We came to it for a good reason. When we evaluate these plays, we look at the play, not the players. And then we look at if we determine that the play was worthy of supplemental discipline. We then look at the history of the players involved and if there's an injury or not. This is how we come to make all of our decisions. We did this and made this decision under those circumstances, felt that this was the appropriate response, and so I stand by it.
Can you repeat that one part that says we focus on the play, then the player? Just repeat that.
We came to it for a good reason. When we evaluate these plays, we look at the play, not the players.
Okay, then why do you take history into account then?
I think that he's just saying they look at the play first.
Okay.
And then
I was like, if Tom Wilson gets up to like wherever they go, they're gonna be like, okay, buddy, like again.
30 goal scorer Tom Wilson. Yeah.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he's bad. But the fact like
father Tom Wilson.
Sure. Okay, then I'll use a different example. Malkin has slashing history.
Ah, boo.
So
that guy.
There was also
I just have one of his shirts.
There was also
it's on a quilt now.
There's also an instance during that where it's not in the article here, but he said something to the effect of all the guys kind of helping decide what the suspensions should be have been in that area for about 15 to 20 years now. And he was so close. Oh, he was so close to realizing what's wrong here. Like he was right up against it. He was almost there. My brother in Christ, get some new faces in here.
Yeah, but like, okay, if he's going down the former player route, who's a player you would bring in? That's because he obviously can't be the NHL.
I don't want the former player here.
Why?
Because then you have garbage like this.
Fair.
Players who used to play for the Ducks going easy on Ducks.
No, that's fair. I think team on team. But I do think having NHL players or former NHL players be in those positions, they have the best kind of understanding because they were in those situations. But I do agree with you that if it's an Anaheim Ducks, Peros maybe shouldn't have been involved. It should have been a different player, that kind of thing.
What can they give that an Elliot Friedman can't?
My king.
Perspective.
Go ahead.
Okay. Let's say I've turned into Chris Kudins. Sure. Okay. Describe an
Blackhawks
NHL
legend.
ironically also a Duck at one point.
Yeah.
But like, let's say, okay, what do you remember about the goal against the Ottawa Senators in double overtime?
It was very narrowly a goal against the Penguins.
Right? But you got that. He's going to have a completely different perspective because he's in there. He shot the puck. He's going to know about the players on the ice. He's going to be aware of all that, right?
Sure.
So in terms of a hit, let's say, okay, if I'm on the ice and Radko Gudas is on the ice as well,
Yep.
I'm making sure I'm not putting myself in a uncomfortable position for Gudas to just blow me up. They have that situational NHL awareness that not a lot of people have that I think is quite important in this kind of decision making. I agree though that they shouldn't be the same teams, and I think that it is a big issue, but no one's going to have like that perspective or that feel or that understanding of the whole situation but NHL players because they've been in those situations, different or similar or whatever.
My issue with that is you need an objective person. And I would maintain that if you have an NHL player in there, regardless of their history, you are losing some objectivity.
Fair?
And I would go further in saying that why I mentioned name Elliot Friedman, who covered the game for years, has seen where the game has come and gone from, is able to give you a more objective. Here's what it is. Here's what the problem is, rather than a former player because you don't know what allegiances they have. When you're a writer, when you're an analyst, when you're whatever, you don't have those allegiances, in my opinion.
Fair. I also think Freeman's that type of guy to have those with certain people.
Again,
just because Freeman's he is the whatever he is like whatever he says happens.
Yep.
It goes whatever. So
again, like I'm not like
it's a weird spot to be in, and I think I kind of was like when we had this conversation. I think last Monday, I kind of thought it would be over.
Nope.
But of course, like if one player gets a suspension, domino, etc. But because they saw like the first suspension, like that was more than 5 games. Like recently was the Malkin one, and then there was the Hagel thing, where he jumped on.
Assaulted Dahlin.
Also, still so funny because Hagel was just not taking no for it. He's like, "You're gonna fight me. I don't know. You're going."
Did he also leave his gloves on?
Then he took them off.
Okay.
Yeah, he got 5 punches. He's like, "You're gonna fight me."
Yeah.
It's like this. You're gonna fight me. You're gonna fight me. You're gonna fight me. Okay. Now I'm just going to grab you, and you're going to not want to fight me. But I'm now going to basically take you down.
Mm-hmm.
But again, yeah, it's just gonna be the same kind of conversation. There's not going to be an answer anytime soon, unfortunately.
Casey Freeman.
Yeah, I think it's hard to say because I have no idea what that job entails. I can see Kevin Bieksa being okay at that job because he's a bit removed from playing. Like he's been a broadcaster and an analyst for a while now, so I feel like that's a happy medium of both of them. I feel like Elliot would be so concrete in the rules and stuff. I feel which is completely opposite of what they have now.
Are you
know what I mean?
Are you saying kind of Bieksa's in that spot where he doesn't have the immediate ties, but still enough ties to both sides that it
I
can?
think so. Yeah.
Because I actually agree with you on that because you can go like TJ Oshie, for example, who is much more on the NHL side, but he's a broadcaster now. But he's still working his way.
Would you go Biz?
No, but that would be quite funny.
No. But TJ Oshie, people thought TJ Oshie was a dirty player, though. So
Well,
I think all the Washington
I was like,
Capitals are.
what about a
dirty
Keith
player.
Yandel? You brought up Biz. I don't see Keith Yandel being the biggest issue with that. I'm not saying we have to replace everybody, but like
Literally doesn't have the brain power for it.
I don't know.
The way he speaks.
The man does talk like slowly,
Yeah,
to put it lightly.
like-
Well, he's probably been hit in the head a couple of times.
But the reason that I'm like, you said something earlier about like some sort of like concrete kind of rules or something.
Yeah, like
freedom,
Elliot,
yeah.
I think Elliot would base it off of like the rules, which I think is what we need right now because it is opposite of what's going on, it seems. Like just read the rules. Okay, is it yes or no? Yes or no kind of thing.
Yeah, like
but I
that-
doubt it's always black and white.
Like if it was a flow chart, like hit to the head, did the player leave?
yeah.
Did they stay? Like,
But I think that's
or did they leave the game
That should
and then
be-
And then come
how-
back.
Or how long did they stay out?
yeah.
I think that should be norm for the referees also. They should have like, oh, was his like what did it look like he was intending to injure this guy? Yes. Then he has a penalty. If he's hitting a guy with no helmet on and he's straddling him on the ice, yes.
Yeah.
To me that's intent to injure. But to them it's not.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I think it also starts with refereeing at this point too.
With that intent to injure, I just always think of that Tory Krug hit. Did he have intent to injure? Well, he did Superman into the guy.
Yeah.
So.
Well, even like charging, you never hear charging get called anymore.
The man turned into a freight train.
When like
Actually,
literally he
no,
charged
that's a good
at
point. It's
Tory.
usu- it's
It was
usually
Tory
be-
charged at that guy.
Yeah, you give him more of an interference or
Yeah, I
something.
just-
But like she's not wrong. He does take about 40 strides. He goes like I'm gonna look this up. I want to see how fast he went to go from bang to boom.
So my issue with the God, what was I gonna say? Oh, okay. You said the refs should handle like that's more the onus is on the refs.
But I think it's also a circle at that point.
So I think the refs have to handle in game,
Yeah.
and then the Department of Player Safety handles outside of the game or like post game stuff. So like in this Greers instance, because I didn't know this, the NHL suspended Greer for boarding. That's not a penalty he got on the play. He got 2 minutes for hooking and then 5 minutes for interference in a game misconduct.
Yeah,
So, but he got suspended for boarding. So in that game, the refs did what they were supposed to, and then George Peros and company didn't, because the whole narrative going around the Department of Player Safety now is that they're scared of having to appeal stuff, which is why they're tending to downsize it, because once it's downsized, it's not appealable. But you only appeal suspensions after the 5th game. Once it's 6 or more, then you're allowed to appeal. So when I see that AJ Greer got suspended 3 games for injuring a player that is already injury prone and is, as far as Calgary goes, one of the brighter spots on the horizon, to put it in like, for lack of better words, to give it 3 games is absurd. Flames legend AJ Greer, by the way. Most people forgot he was here. Same with him and Joachim Nordstrom.
Okay, so I can't find the exact time or his exact skating speed. He traveled 150 feet, by the way, which is so funny to me. His maximum skating speed in his last season was 22 miles per hour. But so if you want to like,
Miles.
I had the kilometers. Where'd they go? Other than
No, it just
it was so his max skating speed in his last NHL year was 35 kilometers an hour. So you have to think he'd be moving relatively around there. So let's say he's going 30. We'll say 30 kilometers an hour. He is at the speed limit in a school zone going 150 feet, boom, into a guy.
one time, you know those things that say how fast you're going? So one time I ran towards one, okay? There was no cars around.
How fast were you?
23 kilometers an hour.
Look at
'Kay?
Casey Freeman
And then, like,
move.
literally within a week, Connor McDavid was playing and they had the little tracker on him. And my friend sent me, she's like, you can run faster than Connor can skate. Definitely not true. Don't know how the 23 came up, but there was
Actually,
no cars around. you
Speaking
guys.
of,
I'm like really fast, I guess.
I don't know. I to put it in a nutshell, and like I said last week, the Department of Player Safety needs an overhaul of some kind. They can't. Breaking Bad. They can't keep getting away with this.
I think the NHL could just use an overhaul at every
Yeah,
power
fair.
position.
I just have a funny little off-topic trivia.
Yeah.
Who do you think this season has skated the fastest, and how long, or and how fast?
So
I believe in kilometers.
So you're looking at you're
I'm on
looking at
NHL
peak
Edge.
speed.
Yeah. So this is their max skating speed.
Could you give a hint?
It's not-
Eastern or West?
It's not going to be Connor.
No. But I do want to make it known, Connor McDavid has gone 35 kilometers and higher 126 times this season.
Okay.
And he's gone between 29 to 32 kilometers an hour 799 times this season.
That's crazy.
Dog.
It's going to be some random.
I think it's Matthew Barzal.
It is not. He is not in the top 10.
Is this a player that like actually plays, or is this some random third liner that just like
Went fast one time.
happened to have it happened to have some extra gas in him?
Are you Googling the player?
I'm just double checking.
Justin Hall.
He's young, but he's played since being traded from the one team. He's played 140 games in the last 2 seasons for this team. 76 last year, 70 this year. He's not like he's bottom 6, but he is a prominent bottom 6 player.
It's gonna.
Matt
God.
Duchesne.
You do know the name. It's not.
I'm not
Beck
like
Malenstein skated 40 kilometers,
Hitman legend.
and then Connor McDavid second. The fastest defenseman. Sorry, Eric. Woo. If I said these 5 players, I'm gonna say them in random order, were in the top 5. I want you to rank them on speed, on their peak speed in this season.
Oh God.
I'm gonna just give you different names in different orders.
Sure.
Erik Karlsson, Cale Makar, Nikita Zadorov, Jake Sanderson, and Jamie Drysdale. So they are your top. Those are your top 5 defensemen.
Zadorov is 5. Carlson is 4. Makar is 1. Drysdale is 2.
And then so that you got all of them wrong.
Where's Nikita?
Second.
No, he's not.
Okay.
Is Jamie Drysdale first?
No, Jamie Drysdale's 5th at 37. Makar is 4th, 38.11.
That's a malfunctioning chip.
Erik Karlsson, 38.20. Nikita Zadorov, 38.37. And then Jake Sanderson's actually kind of believable, 39.21.
That's just kind of the gravity. Like, you know when you guys go down a water slide and like...
Yeah, but that's...
My thing with my friends is
But
like,
it's flat,
Dude,
Casey.
we
You're
race on a water slide and I'm the fastest because I weigh the most.
Well, you also,
so
like, I
that
go
could
But you're
going
happen with
downhill.
Nikita. Yeah, but he can like generate more speed, I feel like, because he's the biggest guy there. I'm assuming out of that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you know Chara
right.
never won the fastest skater.
I just want to point this out. So this
They
guy.
need a
So
whole-
if
they
you
need
were to
a few
round,
laps to
if
it.
you were to round up, Zadorov goes 40 kilometers an hour. He's 6'7", 255 pounds.
He's a big boy.
That's a wrecking ball.
He's a big boy.
Dude. You die.
But he's a freight train.
Could you imagine he just stuck his arm out like this?
I'm way too close. I'm way too close to that weight to talk about this.
Yeah, but he shouldn't be. Could you imagine? How tall are you, Alex?
6'2", 6'3".
So he's 5 inches bigger than Alex, and he's moving at 40 kilometers an hour, basically.
Literally gonna kill you.
That's
Look
you're
out.
going. He's like he got shot out of. He's literally a cannonball. He's basically just a
Chain chomp.
big human. Yeah, basically. This like you're going to die. And then like Brady Shea's there apparently.
My king.
Is there a goalie? Oh,
That's how I feel when.
Can you imagine
Chain
there was a
Chomp is
goalie speed
around.
for the goalies getting pulled?
Let's move on to the Flames, who seem to have lost the plot a little bit as far as what this season is.
No, that's exactly what it's just the question of
They're
Fellas,
just vibing.
why are you going 3-1 in the past week here?
Have you seen did you see that warm up?
with Blake Coleman.
It was like the 3 guy.
Oh yeah. Frost, Beezer, and Colton.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one. And this is coming from a guy who does a fan of a team who's a guy who does bird things with his feet.
That's very similar to TJ Oshie and Tom Wilson too.
the slapping or the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the stick or whatever.
I still think that the Malkin night of him just doing this and then all of his
yeah,
teammates
they're all
copying him and all you see is that. I'm like, that is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
So
Because he knew that he if you watch the clip, he laughs and he kind of looks around like, okay, you guys are copying me. If
Yeah.
I do this one, and then everyone does it, and he
Everyone
goes,
does
oh, okay.
So in the last week, the Flames lost the Wings in Detroit on last Monday. They then come home for a 6-game homestand. In the first 3 games, they beat St. Louis in shootout.
Nah.
They beat Florida 4-1.
Did you?
And then they beat Tampa in overtime 4-3. Fellas,
the Tampa one.
that's not what you're here for.
To be fair, though, the overtime goal was a bit fluky.
It was a bomb from someone who doesn't take slap shots.
Just going to your Florida point, can we acknowledge the fact they went so before Edmonton they played Vancouver, they lost 5-2, and then after Edmonton they lose 4-1 to the Flames, and then they beat the Oilers 4-0. What's like? Did you just be like? It's basically like, oh, Stanley Cup again. Okay,
Just turned it on, yeah.
and then oh, we're done now. Like 5-2 to the Canucks, the eliminated
Yeah,
Canucks,
to the currently only team that's eliminated Canucks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
the Canucks.
That's crazy, you guys.
Yeah,
You have like
whoa, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
So
Guys,
I just
that's
realized
nuts.
Casey has two teams that have a little special box next to their team name.
They do.
Just one with two completely different
Yeah.
meanings.
One's good and one's very bad.
What?
Literally me looking at my Canucks decal on my car, I'm like, you're coming off.
Yeah,
You're coming off of there.
your time has come.
Has their odds changed for the? No, that hasn't.
I just want to say that Gage Gonzalez is from my hometown. He plays for Tampa Bay, so he
That's how you say his name?
Goncalves?
Gonzalez.
That's no
how you say
way.
it.
That's how you
There's
say
no
his name.
way.
My
Then
dad
I've
went
been
to high
saying-
school with his dad.
I've been saying it so wrong then because I've been going like Goncalves.
I think that's how they say it. Some of them say it too. I would think that the American broadcasters could read Spanish a little bit better.
Gonzalez?
Yeah.
There's so you just skip over the V and turn the C into a Z.
I guess
apparently.
so. But he had a whole crew, like obviously in Vancouver, and then they came out to Edmonton to watch, and then they came out to Calgary to watch. My dad was like, "Are you going?" And I'm like, "No, but are you giving me permission to go to a hockey game right now?" Like, but I just think that's cool. I saw that he got a point last night in Calgary here, but
According to Tankathon, Calgary wins the draft. I like doing that. But yeah, Calgary sits.
Tankathon.
Yeah, it's like the.
Yes.
This
Oh
is the
my
website.
God, it is.
This is the website I thought I would be on at this point in the season for Pittsburgh, but
Yeah.
now I'm on Money Puck to see the playoff odds.
Okay, it is. I looked up there's an NHL pronunciation guide,
Yeah.
so I quickly did a little search. It
Can you-
is Gonsalves.
Okay, can you search up Koivunen, please? I want to see the way
There's no L.
Put it to the microphone.
It's not an
No,
auditory.
but do you,
It's just a list.
do you not remember the?
Oh.
Do you not remember the way I had to explain,
Yes.
or I had to teach myself to say Ville Koivunen? Because I used to say it. What was it? Ville Koivunen.
Yeah.
And then I had to say it for an hour straight of me just going Koivunen.
There you go.
Koivunen. Well, I've got it now.
Yeah. You got to figure it out.
Koivunen got sent down
Good
yesterday too.
job. Did I just echo through this whole?
I think so.
building?
Yeah,
I
probably.
also want to see if I
That's
wait,
crazy.
what. I know this is a bit of a tangent. Sorry, Alex, but what is the most complex name in NHL history?
I would think that guy in Montreal.
Oh,
Is it Jacques guy?
Jacques.
Yeah, just like the way you look at
That's
it.
Oh,
fair.
like complex that way.
This guy's played 4 games for the Atlanta Thrashers. Jordan Lavalley Smotherman.
You did not say that right.
No, but apparently it's the. Oh, well, they took
Were
it
you
as the
guys alive
long.
when the Thrashers
took-
were around?
The Thrashers were around in 2008.
They were on in 2010.
I think they. I think the
I
Winnipeg
think I
Jets
was
went back
very.
in
I may have been a
2011.
baby, but I was still very much alive. Most.
Fun
like-
fact: the highest scoring Thrasher was a Jet.
Andrew Ladd.
Mm-hmm. No, not Andrew Ladd.
It would be Buffalo.
Sorry. So the highest scoring Jet was a Thrasher. The highest scoring Coyote was a Jet.
Someone. I also just searched up hardest names to pronounce. Someone just said Dustin Buffalo.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dustin by
I-
Fugling.
Fair. I don't know if you're willing to spend a little time. I found 25 hardest names to pronounce in NHL history from 2011.
Yeah, can we not do that?
I'll go to one.
Give me like one.
Okay, we got to the
What?
pronounced Pekka Rattukalio. That didn't. Okay, never mind. That was a stupid article. Wasn't that hard to say, anyways.
Nailed it.
I literally I looked at the pronunciation, said that, looked at his name, and I was like, no, it said the exact way it's spelled.
So, getting back to the Flames, they are no longer second last. They're tied for second last.
Oh no. If it makes you feel better, your odds are still 9.5%.
It's them, the Rangers, and the Hawks all tied at 65 points, and then the Canucks sit in last at 50.
Do you guys remember when the Hawks were like
Good?
low key in a playoff spot
Yeah.
and then Bedard died?
Time.
What?
Bedard got hurt, and then the Hawks were like peaking at like in December, and then Bedard gets hurt for like a week, and they went like, "Ooh."
Moving off the Flames because they keep doing the wrong thing.
The Flahumians. Management tells them to lose. The Flames win.
Yeah.
Management makes the moves for the Flames to lose. They still win.
Crazy.
Impossible tank.
We have 3 more topics to get to in about 10 minutes here, so I'll be very brief with the first 2. Per an article by Sean O'Leary on The Score, Russia is unlikely to compete in the 2028 World Cup of Hockey. Good.
Oh no!
Good.
You're killing innocent people.
Yeah.
Stop the war if you want to play so bad.
Yeah.
Sorry, like
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy because Israel just they played
that.
in the World Baseball
To be
Classic.
fair, that is also kind of nuts.
Yeah.
It is nuts. Yeah.
Yes.
I did enjoy them getting absolutely demolished
yeah.
by the Dominican team, and I was just really sad they lost because what's not to love? They hit the ball and then they dance and play
the Dominican
great
team?
music. What is like? It's just like a recipe for success. I hit ball far, I dance. That's all and then that just makes you millions of dollars.
But yeah, it is just crazy that people
Yeah,
are
that
at
one-
war in these countries and they're like, go play baseball.
I did find it funny though
Go
when
play
people are
the
like, "Oh,
Olympics."
why isn't Russia in the Olympics?" Well, they were, and then they were taken out because of the war, but then they were put back in, and then they were taken out because doping. That in the Olympics, it's kind of funny because like they were there,
Yeah.
they were like fully able, and it's like then they made choices that screwed that for themselves.
Yeah. Just to quote Bill Daly on that Sean O'Leary article. We know how they feel, and they have strong feelings about it. And quite frankly, it's the same strong feelings we've expressed and the international hockey community has expressed. I don't think we're out of sync with where the Finns and Swedes and Czechs are with respect to Russian participation. It'll be available if certain things happen, and if certain things don't happen, they're not likely to participate. Which, I mean,
Cool.
yeah, it's
NHL like is you can't just be like politics because like
it's you can't be as direct as, well, look.
I mean, like, if I get the NHL makes money, but it's also like, do we let this country in and make everyone in the entire world really mad at our organization, or do we just not? So, isn't it crazy how this season's almost over?
Yeah.
Like, the fact that I'm able to do this, and like, it's like, oh, if the playoffs were to start today and actually get a bracket from the NHL website, it's kind of like, man, this season flew by.
Yeah, we probably only have like 3 weeks left, right?
Dude, I remember being in December, being depressed because Pittsburgh just lost 8 in a row, and I was just like, now it's March, we're about to graduate, and we're about to go back into the playoffs.
I always try as hard as I can to not have any betting stuff on this show.
Well, it's hard to. Well, you did talk about Gary Bettman.
Hey,
I knew I could fit in eventually.
but I do have to bring it up once, and I'm bringing it up with the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Alrighty, you're avid. You're local sports gambler. Talk to me. What's the bet?
So I believe
Proud of. I'm just kidding.
that
I'm kidding.
since
Sorry, I'm
they
sorry,
hired him,
I did a TikTok about this a couple days ago. They're like,
Rick Bowness has gone like 18-3-2 since hiring.
yeah, Rick Bowness is like nuts. I don't like it. Can they stop winning, dude? At one point, they went 10 games without with getting a point. They went 7-3.
The Columbus Blue Jackets.
Yes. I don't want them to win. I
No.
need them to lose. I also just looked at the standings, and it's Pittsburgh, Columbus, Islanders. Wow.
I did Google it, and there's no minimum games for a head coach to win Jack Adams.
It's not going to him.
It's not going to him, but he's
Yeah.
in the conversation if the Jackets keep running away with this.
Fair. I would say it's
Lindy Ruff.
or Dan Muse. Because if you think about it, Pittsburgh's perspective is that like he's a brand new coach with a brand new team with older players, and it's not the fact that he's made the old like Malkin's playing great, Carlson's playing great, but it's also the fact that he took an 18-year-old and kind of made him insane.
According to BetMGM, Damus is 4th.
Yeah, I know. I know who's going to win it. It's going to be Lindy Ruff.
Lindy Ruff.
And
Sheldon
then,
Keefe.
no.
Not even on the list.
You'll
Is
have
Jersey bad?
you'll have yes. You'll have Todd McClellan.
Why are they bad?
Do you have Palmen. That's not his name. Quinville.
Quenville? He's 5th.
I assume you'll have John Cooper.
2nd.
Jared Bednar.
Nope.
Rod Brindamore.
Nope.
What the? Is Carolina
The,
good?
the top
Carolina's
three,
third.
the top three according to BetMGM as of 2 days ago is Lindy Ruff, John Cooper, and Rick Bonus in that order.
What about that Glenn guy that
Rick
coaches
Bon-
the Dallas Stars?
He is 6th.
You also, I don't know if they take this into account, but like I feel like if you take like Dallas, where are they supposed to be? Okay, like Stanley Cup team, they make playoffs, they do their job. But if you look at teams like
Buffalo.
I was gonna say like you look at Lindy Ruff and Dan Muse specifically. Okay, Buffalo hasn't made it in 10 years. Pittsburgh's like golden days are behind them. Now they're both in the play. Well,
I think it's
sorry,
over 10.
Buffalo is in the playoff. I'm just saying that 10. I
Yeah.
said 10 plus,
Yeah, yeah.
whatever. Buffalo in the playoffs. Pittsburgh, nobody thought they would be here, right? That kind of thing. Same with even Detroit, if you want to say like make an argument. You could even throw the Islanders coach in there if you really wanted. Actually, no, maybe not.
I don't know. I'd put $2 down on Rick Bonus winning Jack Adams.
I think it's already been. I think it's gonna go.
It's already cut and dry. Yeah.
Who won it last year?
Oh, God. What a great question. I don't know.
Don't search it out. I'm gonna figure it out.
Okie dokie. Then I will transition with the remaining 5 minutes of our show to Phil's Hit Minute with Alex.
Who did?
I think
win?
Rick Tocchet won it 2 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ricochet won it 2 years
Rip.
ago.
And then,
I can't remember off the top of my head who won Jack Adams last year.
dude, I don't want to search it up. I want to like actually know this.
I think some bald guy.
Well,
Well, that now is it down.
all of Pittsburgh coaches except one are bald. It wasn't Mike Sullivan. It wasn't.
Is Ottawa Senators good?
No. Hit Minute. So the Hitmen wrapped up their regular season since our last show. They went to Edmonton. So Phil and I went to the game on the 15th. Calgary beat Edmonton 3-1. They then went to Edmonton, lost that game 5-1.
I figured out why we had no idea.
Who was it?
It was Washington's coach.
Oh, Spencer Carberry.
Yeah.
Bald guy.
But again, he's not bald.
He is.
Definitely bald.
Pretty sure he is. Pretty sure he's like incredibly bald.
Very shiny.
Almost
bald.
positive he's like big bald.
Oh yeah, he is.
Big bald.
Can I search that
cute,
up?
though.
How many? Keep talking.
Okay. Then this past weekend, they hosted Lethbridge, winning 8-5, and then went back up to Edmonton and lost 7-1. They now look forward to playoffs this coming Friday, where they start a potential 7-game series against the Brandon Wheat Kings.
Hey, shout out to my second cousin who does play-by-play for the Wheat Kings.
Hoorah!
Shout out to Nolan Patrick.
Why?
Used to play there.
Oh, he was a Brandon Wheat
He
Kings.
was.
It's gonna be like at that point. Shout out Ben Kindle.
He used to play for the Hitman.
Yeah. Shout out Getzlav.
Shout out that goalie where I held up a sign saying, "Are you over 18?" and he nodded yes, but he was just barely over 18.
Okay, I don't really have a number, but apparently it's around 8 to 9.
NHL coaches are
Yeah.
bald.
And
I'm
then
gonna
I
find
searched
this
it
out.
up. I'm like, what about this season? They were like John Hines, Rick Bonus, Todd McClellan, who has hair,
Rick Bonus definitely also
Rod
has hair.
Brendamore, who has hair, and then John Cooper, who also has
They
hair.
all have hair, so I'll look it up. I'll let you guys know. Okay.
What are you looking up exactly?
I was gonna see how many coaches are bald in the NHL, but I think genuinely the way to do that is to
Look at
just
them.
literally look at
do
like
that.
like Anaheim Ducks head coach,
Yes.
Buffalo's and just go down the list.
Just a quick mention
Casey's gonna do that.
as far as end of season stats. So Julian Mays holds on to first place for Hitman points leader with 78. Kale Dog finishing second with 75. Then Andrei Molgachev, who's ranked like high 100s, low 200s for the draft this year. He's a pretty young guy, so I can't imagine he'd get drafted this year.
Who's the first? You said the first guy again?
Julian Mays.
Who's his team?
Let me pull it up here. Julian. I don't think he has any NHL rights currently.
And then you said the second one was Doc.
Yeah.
Dog.
Remind me of which team that one?
So Julian Mays is eligible for this coming draft, so we'll keep an
Okay.
eye out for him.
I'm being joking around with you. Doc is apparently Pittsburgh.
Doc we discussed
Also-
a couple weeks ago as Pittsburgh.
Why does Dubas just likes the Hitman apparently, or the WHL because Brunick went back, Howe went back, or Howe, but it's just Kindle.
Yeah, just got a text from Phil saying Doc Penguins.
Yes, Phil. I know. I was
yeah,
making
yeah.
a
We
joke.
talked about that a couple weeks ago where
I
they
didn't
just
get
honed.
it.
Yeah, Brent Dubas just like Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds, Chicago Steel, or Calgary Hitmen. One of the
No
like,
complaint.
Any one of those three.
No complaints though. Kyle Dubas keep taking him from the Hitman.
Yeah, and then Andrei Molgachev, again ranked high 100s, low 200s for this coming draft. I can't imagine he'll get picked up, but
Hey,
like,
weirder things have happened.
He's a young kid.
How old
so
is he? 17.
I believe. I think he was a rookie, honestly. If I
Oh,
remember,
so he's still
if I'm
got
looking at
he's
this
got
correctly.
time. A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of time.
We have 3 years, I guess.
Yeah, he's 08, so he should be fully eligible for next season.
Sorry, did you say 08?
Yes.
It's the year my brother was born.
Uh-huh.
Shoot me.
It was the year
Why?
I was in grade 8.
Because that makes me feel. Alex, please continue.
You don't want to sit in that for a little bit?
No.
Yeah, so according to Elite Prospect, he's ranked 199th in NHL Central Scouting. So he's eligible for this draft, but I feel like he's probably going to get passed over.
I think if he gets passed over, he'll probably go to the next one. Because if you said he's a rookie?
He's 18 this year.
What?
So like he was March of 08. So he's a pretty young 18.
So yeah, I was gonna say like they'll probably be like one more year, and then they'll be like, oh look at
That's what I'm thinking. Either like
that's usually what happens unless you're like Matthew Schaefer, Celebrini, etc.
or like a team picks him up in the 7th round
Yeah,
and then just sends it back to the Hitman, and then they just hold on to his rights.
Yeah,
but still,
like Caleb Denoyer was what 7th overall. He wasn't signed until like I think this morning.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna get signed, but you get the idea.
Just an interesting end to the Hitman regular season as we get into some WHL playoffs. I've run a little bit over time. That is A-okay. We'll see you guys next week. Phil will be back to talk about where he was this past week. Until then, Alex Fergus, Marek Robinson, Case Freeman.
I miss Phil's negative energy. I told him that. He already
We will see you.
This is for Phil. Damn, Sean.
We will see you guys next Monday. Whatever league you watch, as always, enjoy the hockey.